Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Cardfight Cash. It is Premium Week with your boy, the Doombringer Griffin.
And the Irish God.
That's right, it's your favorite duo back again with some expensive cards. Let me tell you. Ooh, Keith, it's looking really bad for those OTT players today, isn't it?
Really so. I think just having those nice spicy reveals from Tuesday, or the assumption of what the reveals are going to be, I think has really caused those prices to rise up very, very fast.
Are you ready to get very, very sad? Because 2 weeks ago, we reported that Goddess of the Half Moon Tsukuyomi was $4.
Yes.
Today, that Goddess of the Half Moon Tsukuyomi is $29. Get
Oh, geez.
sad. You just went up the price of a standard deck for a set of those, so don't play
Yeah.
that deck if you're not already playing it. Oh
God.
god, it's bad.
Talking about a seven times the amount, or more than seven times the amount, excuse me, increase in a
It's
card.
that's if you bought into this one, if you were like, I'm feeling the Tsukuyomi, I'm feeling it this time. Congratulations, you were right, and you just got $100.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you, Keith, I'm kind of hoping that whatever's new is not necessary in premium because I don't want to buy these. Can I not buy these?
Yeah, I'd be highly surprised, honestly, Ryan, if these end up being a integral part of the deck because of just how contingent they are on themselves for the ride chain. Um, I don't know. We'll see, I suppose,
And
but
this kind of
I'm a little bit dubious.
this is kind of the big card of the week. I would say this is probably the largest increase we're going to see, not
Mm,
percentage wise, but in terms of actual dollars. So,
for
and
sure.
everyone's talking about it right now. I have a feeling. I mean, keep in mind, like Tsukuyomi was good when we had early stride because none of the cards were that powerful.
Hmm.
Like it was really nice to have your consistent ride into, and then you could get your Takamikazuchis off, and you could have yourself a good time with BTO1 Sasanu, and you're having yourself a nice time. And then the stride came out like I don't know 8 months later, and the deck was somewhat relevant again. Somewhat relevant again. The stride also got bought out, just so everyone's aware. It's like $25 now. You know what that card says? Take a Tsukiyomi from your hand, put it in the soul, look at the top five, pick out two of them, put them in your hand, put the rest on the bottom, or put it wherever. It doesn't matter. It's like I guess it gets you to your stack faster, but how much does that matter when you have deer?
Yeah, this seems. Again, I think people just saw, oh, Tsukuyomi is coming, buy Tsukuyomi things. Because, like, why would you ever do this over Ichikishima in your stride deck? Like, I'm failing to see, like, unless there's very, very niche scenarios for this to work, why you would ever really be looking for this card to stride when you have both Ichis to go
You've
into.
got 8 Ichis. That's half your stride deck.
Yeah,
And you want an Ultima, and you want the Progenitor, and you're out of room, my guy. Like, you need some G guards in here. Let's be
yeah,
real.
for real.
It's funny to me. I'm hoping it won't be totally necessary, but it's Bushi. We could all get incredibly screwed, and Goddess of the Half Moon could be like insta win. Who knows?
Oh, yeah,
If you're
we shall see.
wondering, what old Full Moon Tsukiyomi is at, it was $6. I think it's actually gone up to like 680 or 7 at time of recording. That was just a few hours ago that these prices were in. So people are buying that up. That is in no way, shape, or form worth it, in my opinion. Don't do that.
Hmm.
Can't say I recommend. That's the big one from the BTs. Moving into G era, Integral Messiah now up to 23. I think that's probably justified with how well Link Joker is now performing in Standard. We can't talk much about that this week, especially because the cards aren't out. So that'll be a couple of months before we start talking about Link Joker prices. But Keith, are you expecting more Messiah upticks in premium?
Not particularly, Ryan. I think Integral is one of the big linchpins in the Link Joker premium deck, excuse me, and it's also probably one of the rarest things to try to get. So I don't see any particular big movements occurring beyond maybe Integral upticking a couple more dollars when the deck, we finally get it over here.
Yep, probably just some people getting it on spec, but I mean the card was justified. I was honestly surprised it was so low for so long. So this is
Yeah,
probably
I
about
do agree.
this is more in line with what we expected at the beginning, and now that Messiahs are seeing an uptick not only in interest but also in results, at least for standard in Japan, it's not really a wonder that people are gaining interest in this card again.
Yep, definitely agree.
There's a lot of shiny stuff. I gotta tell you, Keith, a lot of shiny stuff going up in price this week. In GBT12, Ichikishima SPs are now 49. I think we all saw that coming.
Yeah.
Thankfully, the triple
How was
R's
the
were $10 just a couple of days ago. I'll let you know if those are still happening.
the revival collection in Shikishima? Because that's technically full art.
It's actually more expensive, or was more expensive than the GBT12 Triple R. The reprint is actually down to 10, and Ichikishima Triple R's are actually taking a fall themselves to 10. So it seems like a lot of people with some stock are trying to get rid of some last minute things. Kind of wish I'd picked these up.
Yeah, fair
Those
enough.
nice SP looking ones. I get the white text box. But hey,
The old
trades
boy.
are trades. In any case, Ichi is really low considering that support. We're about to start seeing spoilers, and it's already one of the top decks in premium based on results.
Yeah.
I'm really surprised that we're not. I mean, granted, having a reprint literally just now does tend to help, but the card was never that expensive. I find it very attainable. SPs though, that's on you guys.
Yeah.
Another bit of a surprise: Chrono Tiger Gear Glare, $30. There's been some rumblings of Chrono Tiger decks in premium, haven't there, Keith?
Oh, they have, but they really haven't made any sort of waves, Ryan. I think it's just kind of the rumor mill taking it to a location that is just way beyond what the deck is actually going to be performing with. So I really don't see any value in these. If you have them, I would 100% trade them or sell them for something close to the value of this, because I think the only way for this play or for this card to go is down, unless we somehow get a Chrono Tiger V in standard.
And do bear in mind that's the SP, not the double R. If you had a bunch of double Rs in hand, which everyone does, justifiably you'd be quite excited, but unfortunately, those are still 25 cents. So,
Sadness.
take that as you will. Speaking of waves, Keith, let's talk about Aquaforce from GBT 13, because you know those are being looked at.
Oh yes.
Refit Sailor, $7. Can't say I'm surprised by that. People are still using at least one of the countercharge heals in their premium decks just for the extra resource, just in case. Never hurts unless that's the one you flip and you needed the 10k power. Flood Hazard, $7. He's seeing a bit of an uptick in interest. And Supreme Ruler of the Storm, Thavas, $5. I'm a little bit surprised that Thavas is seeing a price change here, but I don't even think you would include him in a premium build, would you? I can't see it.
Maybe just for the resist, if you're particularly in need of it.
I think that's true. Did we just get an Aquaforce unit that gives resist to things? He's a what do they call it? Blue Wing?
Oh, one of the blue,
resist? Yeah.
whatever it's called.
If we're getting standard cards that give similar resist abilities, I kind of fear for any sort of old Aquaforce support that was very good.
Yeah, I think this. It seems a little bit of a questionable one, but I guess it's fine. It's still at $5. Like, you're not going to be losing out too badly if this thing becomes a huge linchpin in the deck.
That is very true. Now moving on to greener pastures in GEBO2. Darkface Gridora, $17.50. Keith, I think you think that's justified.
Yeah, totally. That deck really is not kind. The meta is not kind to that deck right now. But I think as being the one relevant Mega Colony deck that Mega Colony has really had throughout its entire existence, I'd say maybe beyond some machining builds, this is always going to command a decent price now. It was at one point $2, and I remember picking up a playset for like $6.
Easy.
So feeling pretty good about that right now.
I would expect so.
Yeah, now at $17.50, it's a little pricey. It's gotten up there for sure.
Too bad you won't sell. So sad.
Yeah, that's right.
And Blue Asha taking a bit of a tumble down to 19. Still a lot of interest in that deck, and I can't say I blame them. Neonectar does look very scary in premium.
Do agree.
Those cards are coming in 16 days. Be advised. You do not have time to prepare.
The one thing I am a little bit surprised about, Ryan, in relation to this card is the Neonectar decks have really shifted towards almost just a standard plus in a similar vein to Spike Brothers. So Blue Asha being as high as she is, I'm wondering why that's the case, because you really want the token generation. Maybe, I guess, there's a decent amount from grade 2 below, and you just run blue Asha from there. But I think you do need balloon units for her as well, right?
I myself am not a Neonectar expert. However, I do believe the on-stride skills are very strong, and I think there are enough old Neonectar units in the deck to make it kind of worth it. I have seen just pretty much go all on plant tokens, but Blue Asha being this high, it's got to be more than waifu tax.
Yeah, that is true.
Unfortunately, I haven't seen too many new Neonectar lists in results, so being able to give you a definitive answer, I am not, and I will admit as much.
Okay, fair enough.
A couple more cards in the buyout bin. Divine Hand Good End Dragger. This was a jump from about $1.50 to $18, now down at $15 in recovery now that 8 total prices are up and people are trying to one-up each other. Last market price was $1.85, so people aren't exactly super interested in this, even though it seems like a lot of people bought it on spec. So we'll see if people actually do end up wanting this card, but I think people are also willing to wait until Bad End Dragger actually shows its face. However, I think it's probably worth it anyway at that point, if that's going to be the one of the best cards in the set for spikes.
Yeah, I have actually very, very high hopes for this card, Ryan, because the way Good End Dragger works, if you do not have a open rearguard, you just keep rewriting. And the fact that now we have Dragger units with force, we're talking about stacking force markers this deck now. So I am very hopeful, very, very hopeful that this could be a real win for Spike Brothers.
That sounds totally nasty.
Yeah.
And I see now that this card most likely justifies its price very easily.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you are waiting to pick this card up, good on you. However, I'm thinking that Bad End Dragger is going to be good enough, at least, with 13k power to justify whatever's going on here.
Yep, definitely agree.
An actually performing top deck for premium right now, OTT, one of the commons, Cone Magus, has been totally bought out. We're talking about a common from GBTO5. Check your old stuff, because this card, while it doesn't have a price right now, could be relisted at anything. And the first person to find this and throw up one or two of these for $20, and you might be able to get yours in at 5 or 10 pretty easy. So good luck with this card. I'm interested to see where this goes. And I'm also slightly worried. Good news for all you Kagero players who are preparing for premium. If you needed to buy your Dragonic Overlord the Rebirth and were scared away by the $15 price tag a few weeks ago, good news, the card is now $3. That's right, $3 with 5 whole total prices. There are only a few cards at this price, so get them while they're hot, and hopefully by the time this airs, you will have had the time. I wish you all luck. And finally, simply because there's so much going around news, we're going to have a slight standard injection here, and I'm just going to run through some prices for you, because it's all the money stuff, like, good lord. Great Dayusha SVR, $70. Maelstrom SVR, $55. Basskirk SVR, $30. Don't know if we'll be staying there for long now that we've seen Cositis. Maelstrom VR, $30. Ruinshade OR, $29. And Romario, $7.50. These are expensive cards to rarity out. Good luck. That's all I will say.
Yeah. It's pretty much just, we are getting My Glorious Justice very, very soon. So all the high rarity things from Champions of the Asia Circuit are, as a result, going to go up.
What even is there to do for someone who wants to buy into a deck and actually wait to see the effects, Keith?
No, you've already lost. You have probably a good 5 to 15 minutes, I'd say, to run on TCG Player and buy the cards at whatever price they actually are at that point, before it just gets completely bought out, I think, from there.
You gotta watch the screen like it's a Pokemon Direct every day. Just wake up in the morning. What spoiler did we get? Run to TCG. Buy my things. It's disgusting. Well, that's all from us on this premium week of Cardfight Cash. If you have anything, questions, comments, concerns, put them in the comments. We'll see you next week for Standard. Have a good one. Peace.